What's up, you guys? I'm so sorry. Thank you so much for being so patient with us. Having a little bit of a technical glitch out here. I love being outside. I love the energy I get from being outside in nature while I do all these. Here we go. I'm hoping she can join us. Hey, what's up? I can see you now.
Can you see me?
Yes, I can see you.
You know what's the funny thing? I can't see myself.
I can see you, but it's loading again, so it should be fine, I think. It'll work itself out, I'm hoping. How are you?
I'm fine.
Thank you guys for joining. Good. I'm actually really enjoying the weather outside today. It's really nice. It's like windy, sunny but windy, not so hot. It's kind of nice out.
Okay.
All right, so for everybody who is just joining, thank you so much for joining. Sorry about the technical difficulty. If you wouldn't mind, will you tell everybody who you are, a little bit about you?
Yeah, sure. Hi, Mithila.
Hi, Mithila. Thank you for joining.
Oh, you are, as in like I explained about myself?
Yeah, just a little bit, like who you are, what you're trying to accomplish with your blog. Because for everyone that's joining us, Kitty is actually a blog author, and the different content that she creates is actually really unique. I love her point of view, and I'm hoping that the more she writes, the more everyone else feels a little more comfortable in their own skin and feels that they can find their own voice. So if you want to tell me like a little bit more about who you are and how you got started with the blog itself, that would be really awesome.
Who am I? My name is Kitty. I am 23 this year. I actually, I started writing when I was really young, when I was actually 13,
Okay.
14. Yeah. So my love for writing was actually discovered through school essays and compositions that
the stuff that everyone hates.
Yeah. But the thing is, I used to top those classes all the time.
Okay.
To the point where my teachers actually gave me extra work to do, like extra
Awesome.
essays to write. Yeah. And then I told myself that I wanted to be a journalist.
Okay.
Because I feel like I'm able to control how the story is being told to people. So,
right, the perspective, exactly.
Yeah, the perspective of it, yes. So I'm still working towards that ambition. Currently, I'm teaching. I'm a teacher, but I also do write. Like what Akka mentioned, I actually have a blog of my own. I write stories. I write things that people are afraid to talk about. For example, skin color. I write about women having to stand up for themselves in this place, males, like certain topics like men are not supposed to cry, but why? So I asked this question, and I actually came up with stuff like articles to explain why men are not allowed to cry. What is this stigma in the society that men are not supposed to cry and women are not supposed to work and stuff? So yes, I
You're a pioneer.
I don't really write on a daily basis, but I made that a resolution for this year.
Really? Awesome.
Yeah.
More content. That's awesome.
Yeah, because honestly, content creating can be a bit tiring, especially when you have a lot of pressure on you. You have a lot of deadline on you. Yeah. I hope that with due time this year, I get to actually be a bit more creative, as in take care of myself in terms of mental health, creative health, and I get to have more content coming up, more things that people will want to read about, more questions that people have that they want them to get answered. Yeah. That's
very cool. So currently, where is the best place that we can find your blog? What is that web address?
It's actually Kirthiga Ravindran at wordpress.com. It's actually on my Instagram bio. The link is down there on Instagram bio. So go take a look. I know I haven't updated in a while, but there has been recent works from November.
You had a lot. You were writing, I think you were writing daily during Navaratri, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
So the Navaratri period actually it was a very interesting story because my friend was the one who inspired me to write. She was like, hey, I realized that you've not been creating enough. Do you need any ideas? And she was like, how about you do
like a challenge.
Yeah, she was like, how about you do like a 9-day Navaratri post about you educate the people about what these 9 nights are, but you do it from your perspective. So I wrote like 9 different posts every day, and it took a very contemporary take on what Navaratri was. Like, not a very religious take, but not a very loose term in a way. It's just more like
you made it more relatable.
Yes, like a story, like the like sort of thing. Then it received a lot of attention.
Very good.
It received quite a lot of attention, but the most tiring part was to keep up with the expectations of it afterward, because Navaratri is like
because you were creating every day, and then you're also very very involved with the temple. So between all of the things you had to do plus writing, I'm sure you were just spent.
Yeah, but at the same time, I actually had a lot of support from my father, because he read the blog post and he was like saying, you did a good job, and these are the things that you could improve on, and maybe try something else next time. Try something. So yeah, I'm still working on that for now.
That's really cool, but I'm actually really happy to hear that, because that means you are able to reach all kinds of people as far as your audience is concerned. So it's not just young women like yourself, it's not women of color, it's not people of color, it's not young people, it's not old people, it's kind of like a little bit of everything. I'm kind of curious though, with you being raised basically in the temple, right, and then raised in Singapore somewhere, it's a very close-minded group of people. They're very scared to speak out and find their voice. How do you find the feedback generally when you write your articles? Do you feel like mostly it's supportive? I mean, you always have someone that says something stupid, but mostly is it supportive?
Yes, mostly, yes, it is. But at the same time, I do believe that there are people who are afraid to voice out what their opinion is about, because I've rarely had negative stuff, which is something that I feel sad about, because like whenever I ask people for opinions, I'm like, tell me something that I can improve on.
Right.
Yeah, so it's like, tell me something I can improve on, tell me something that I can do to make this better. Not like, I mean, like, people are like, yeah, it's nice, it's cool, it's very interesting that you have written this, but it will be also nice that, I have constructive criticism. Not in a bad way,
right.
Of course.
Right, of course, but to kind of push you, to give you something else to talk about. I think that that's something I look forward to in content creation as well. When you see comments and people want to have a discussion with you, not necessarily an argument, but a discussion, and say, well, how about you this? Have you considered that? Just to broaden your horizons, to give you something else to think about. That's where I get, ideas for what I want to write next. Is that the way you feel about it as well?
Yes. So it's like you are telling me, because for me, it's like if you're giving me constructive criticism, it also means that you are looking to alter my way of writing to suit your needs. So that's technically,
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, somewhat, I mean, that could be done, but at the same time, it would be nice if, like, you could give me stuff that I can improve on myself. Like, I see it like, okay, yeah, you have a good point, you have a valid point, and I want to make this better. How can I make this better? Sort of thing. Rather than just, like, oh, you did a horrible job, you don't write anymore.
I get where you're coming from. Do you find that some of your audience members, are they like interactive enough where they'll ask you questions about what they want to know more of, so that you have an idea of what to write next as well? Like, do they ask questions?
Yes, they do. But I realized that they only ask questions if, let's say, for example, like, I'm just scrolling down my Instagram feed and I see this young author. I click on it, I read her or his story, but I don't go further and like communicate with them about what could be done, unless if it really moves me. Or if the author keeps posting, like there's consistency.
You see it.
Yeah. So people do come up with questions, but it only happens when I'm very consistent, or if I write something that affects them, like goes up to them personally. Let's say about mental health or color or racism or chauvinism, topics like this that people actually come up to me. Yeah, and I've also had like people indirectly shooting me on social media, but I guess that's normal. So I take that as part of the process for content creation. Yeah.
I think it's a difficult part, though. I'm not sure. I'm actually proud of the way you respond to most things, because not everyone can take people, not having something constructive to say, and not really understanding where you're coming from. You're coming from a point of, you want to put your opinion out there. You're not saying that it's the right way to do, or everyone should change to be like you. You're saying, okay, this is another point of view that people aren't considering. And I really love that about the way you write. And I really wish that, I'm hoping that for this year, as you write more, that you will find a group of people that also feel the same way and are inspired to kind of take a stand as well. I kind of feel like, you know, if you don't really take a stand, you kind of like are neither here nor there. So I like the fact that you're putting yourself out there. It takes a tremendous amount of courage. And I actually really like the way you write. So if you haven't already, please check out Kirthiga's her blog. As mentioned, it's in the link in her profile. So you already mentioned you want to write more this year. Is there anything else you're working on?
No.
Not yet.
Not yet. Still too early to say. For now, I'm just planning to work more on my writing. I have had opportunities coming my way in terms of writing, but too early
like
to
collaborations?
say. Yes, sort of.
Okay.
Yes.
That sounds good.
So I hope that I can do another live video with you the next time around, so I can share this with the rest of them.
And this is something for everyone out there. Anytime you feel like, you know, you're working on something, you kind of want a platform to be able to get up and say, hey, I'm working on this. Anyone who's interested, come follow us. Please shout me out. I will be happy to have you on a live interview. So like you mentioned, when you're ready, you just send me a message and we'll work out how to get you on live.
Yes.
All right. Thank you so much for your time. I know you got to get ready for work, but I'm really hoping you guys take her seriously. Go check out her writing for yourself. It's not easy to produce free content, which right now she's doing it for herself, so it's free. But when people are able to put their opinions out there without being worried about how people feel, they're just brave enough to do that. It takes a tremendous amount of courage, and I hope you will respect any authors that you see out there. Just read and, you know, and really understand that it takes a lot to put yourself out there in the first place. I'm really proud of you, Kitty. I can't wait to see what you do next.
Thank you.
All right, you guys. I will catch y'all